First of all, you don't know me.
We're all about that high school drama girl, all about them high school queens. We'll take you for a ride in our comic girl, cheering for the right team. Drama queens, smart girl, rough girl, fashion but you're tough girl. You could sit with us, girl. Drama queens, drama queens, drama queens, drama queens, drama queens. Hi everyone, we're so excited to do some more Q&A with you guys. This is a blast. Thank you so much for sending in all your questions. Keep them coming. We are loving this.
They're so smart.
And, yes, I know. It's so great. Okay, so the first one is from Camilla. And she asks, if your characters lived in 2021, what pop culture phenomenons would they be obsessed with? Ooh.
I know the answer.
What?
Listen, in 2022... Peyton Sawyer would be super into the When We Were Young festival that's happening out in Las Vegas in October. It's like the biggest emo festival of the year. Sophia texted me the second that flyer came out, and we were just like, how do we get there? Why aren't we hosting this?
Oh my God.
Yeah. Listen, that is about the coolest thing that's happened to Peyton and Hilarie Burton.
Oh yeah, that's pretty amazing. I guess I don't know, I guess all the kids are on TikTok and it's, there's so many fun spaces. I feel like Haley would. I feel
the kids are on the TikTok.
I think Haley would be into TikTok because you could, as we've talked about, there's so many different channels for TikTok. You can find cooking TikTok. You can find music
Craft
TikTok
talk.
for every
Clean talk.
Clean talk. That's right. So it's all, there's so many things. I think Haley would just nerd out on all the educational talks available.
Edu-talk. Got it.
Edu-talk.
Tutor girl.
I fully think Brooke Davis would be obsessed with things like, the Forbes list of power women and the board list and like all the amazing things that businesswomen are doing. Also, I feel like Brooke Davis would have a hard crush on AOC. Just like, absolutely, you tell them. You make things more just for the people and look hot in a power suit while you do it.
It's the pantsuit patrol, man. Like Brooke Davis, clothes over bros, pantsuits. That's what I want.
Right?
Pantsuit Nation.
That's what I want.
That's a good question.
You guys, I love this question from Kenzie. Did your character have a special monologue that you still know the lines to?
Do you?
I don't.
Are we talking in tandem now, Joy? What is it?
I mean, God, I remember the voiceover, which I feel like I've talked about a bunch in the episode from season 4, where Brooke kind of grapples with whether or not she's enough in the picture assignment. But the thing that God just hits me so hard in the feels, and I talked about this when I shared our New York Times article, was what she says to Julian in the finale about how oh my God, it's going to make me cry.
Yeah, me too.
About how everyone should have that, a place that makes them happy.
Yeah.
And it just kills me, like that feeling of home. So that between that one and the other one from the finale about, if you had a friend you knew you'd never see again, what would you say? Those are pieces of dialogue I will never forget.
Yeah. Oh God. Baby, those make me cry.
Fine.
But that makes me feel bad about my answer, because my answer is the scene where Peyton's throwing books at Lucas's head, where she's like whipping him. She's like, you told me I was great. You said it to you said it to the world, and I wish you never had because you didn't mean it. Like, I feel a lot of pent-up rage in my life. I think that's probably not a secret. And sometimes I just want to whip a book at people's heads.
I get that.
Yeah.
I just have that scene. I don't know why this is in my head, but it's the scene when Nathan was in his wheelchair and Haley finally gets so mad.
So hot in the wheelchair,
drinking.
guys. The Jesus ears.
Oh, the Jesus hair. Sign me up. And I don't know what Haley, Paul was directing that episode and he was like, just smash the bottles. And I was like, I don't think they're prop beer bottles. And he was like, it doesn't matter. Just, we've got what we need. Like, do something interesting. I was like, okay. So I swiped all these glass beer bottles off the tray in front of James, which he had no idea it was going to happen. And he totally jumped. And my line is, are you going to just sit there, or are you going to say anything? And that's all I remember. I don't remember speech. I just remember that moment.
I love that.
Are you just going to sit there or are you going to say anything?
I think it's very telling
I remember
that Sophia's scene was like the loving ones, and Joy and I the ones that were like we need to do assault for something.
I love that. I remember when I had to do a bottle breaking scene at the cafe across the street, and I did what I was told. I like threw pastries and I knocked things over and I swept all the bottles off that counter. And then they were like, oh, those bottles at the back? No, those actually belong to Port City Java. You just broke all their stuff. And I was like, why did nobody tell me?
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
You told me that. And oh God, I was so mortified, but it made it in the episode. It was pretty cool.
That's great.
They can afford it. They're fine.
Oh my gosh.
Whoops.
Hey, Laura Patton says, what alcoholic drink would your characters order at Tric?
Tequila.
Ooh.
If we were
tequila.
adults.
Yeah, I mean, Joy and I ordered tequila the other night. When we came
That was terrible.
to Toronto, Sophia, Joy and I like barely got through the airport to leave. And then we sat right next to the board to see when my...
Wait, we have to tell her about the flowers, Hilarie.
Oh my
because
God.
Sophia bought us these beautiful flowers and we're walking through the airport with them and we get to customs and agriculture.
Yeah.
First of all, I thought I lost my passport. So I was like, oh no, I have to go back to security and see if they have my passport. Where is it? So I run back. Hilarie's like, oh, the flowers. So she's holding the flowers for me and she goes to check out. And what happened? The guy was like, you got to go
They're
talk
like,
to
we
agriculture.
have to take you back to the agriculture department. And I was like, what?
It was like this whole separate section of the airport that nobody knows exists.
No. And Sophia had given us these beautiful arrangements that had like succulents tucked into them.
They were gorgeous.
With soil. And so they rifled through. The succulents were not going to come through. That was a hard no. And they're like,
Oh, wow.
lady, don't you know better? And I'm like, no, literally, I never anticipated this being a problem.
Yeah.
So we
Okay.
a million
Joy's
years.
lost her passport. They weren't going to let me bring my carry-on on. We got in so much trouble in the Toronto airport. We finally get through and we're like, we're doing shots. We're doing shots. And so Joy and I, as Peyton and Haley would, sit down at a bar and we're, like taking shots. And my flight is definitely not boarding. We check the board over and over again. And then I hear, last call for flight to LaGuardia. And I have to run no less than half a mile.
No.
With this airport tequila burning in my...
Oh my God.
Oh, no.
And your carry-on that you did get through.
Yes, I did get through. It was an adventure. Maybe we're the ones that need a reality show. Tequila's a fun one.
What's Brooke's Tric drink? Tequila for you too?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Just like
why
a
not?
nice tequila, one ice cube, done.
Done.
Because I feel like Tric is not the kind of bar that would have good wine.
No.
If I can get a lovely
No.
glass of wine, I want that. But Tric is like it's a bar. It's the kind of place where you're like, I want a tequila and not the well shit. Give me
Yeah.
the good stuff.
Yeah. Laura says, did you ever get together and read through your lines before filming an episode? Who is the best person to go over your lines with? Yeah, I mean, we would always start off the season doing a table read. And for people not in the business, a table read is kind of, you're coming back from break. It's like first day of school. Like you're supposed to go through like a sexual harassment seminar. Like you have to like do all your work. They do fittings. You have to get your physical done, all that kind of stuff. And then you all sit down together at a table and read through the episode. And on really cool shows, you get to do that for every episode. Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
What a delight.
And the best person to run your lines with is the person you're in the scene with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if that's not possible, I always loved running my lines with Paul because he always had fun ideas and, would think outside of the box and think off the page. And I loved that.
Well, and he's such a good director that especially for us when we were so young, he really encouraged us to lean into our creativity. He gave us permission, which was so nice to have from an adult. So many of the adults, that were in charge on our show were not supportive of us. And so to have an adult figure who was a friend and a champion was just such a dream.
See, I went total opposite. I loved reading my lines with JoJo. Because I knew,
I love that.
you'd be like reading a scene and she'd be playing Lucas and she's like, I love you, Peyton, with her super strong, like Southern accent. And so I knew that if I could focus, even while she's like giving me shit being a goober, then I would be able to focus no matter what was happening on set. And she...
Smarty pants.
I remember reading lines with her about the whole Ellie thing and like her being like, it's cancer. And I'm like, what are you saying?
Oh, God.
Yeah, but if you could focus with JoJo, you can probably focus anywhere.
It's true.
That's cool. Ooh, Elizabeth asks, if you were going to be a One Tree Hill tour guide, what location would be your favorite and what would be your fun tour guide fact?
Cute question.
I like this one. Obviously, we've spoken about this location a number of times. Blue Post was where not only we hung out on the show, but we hung out in real life. And
yes,
I don't think I've ever taken anyone to Blue Post and they've been disappointed. Like it lives up to the hype because you walk in and the environment is automatically fun. It's like the pool tables. There's just a good energy there.
Yeah.
Lots
I
of little
loved it
corners
there.
to make out in.
And Airlie Gardens, I mean, we talked a bit about this before, but I loved Airlie. There were so many, again, little corners, just so many hidden gems and roads to go down. And it was just really stunning landscape.
Yeah, that old tree. I used to tell every kid that I would bring there that fairies lived in that tree and just make up this big, huge, elaborate story. Fairies definitely live in that tree. Where do you want to go, Soph?
Oh, I don't know. I was like, these are great answers. Yeah, I would definitely have to say Blue Post. It was just so much fun. And one of the things I always used to get a kick out of is when people would come visit Tric. I loved seeing when they came up the narrow staircase and turned and saw it. Everyone was always really overwhelmed in a good way. And I would love to take people in there. I think my fun fact would be, yes, there's an elevator and no, people are not allowed to get in it. Only equipment was ever allowed to use the elevator.
That's it.
That's true. I don't know. Fun facts. I'm going to have to think about this. I don't know.
I mean, my fun
brain's
fact
starting to
about the
shut
Blue
down.
Post, I've kissed a lot of people in there. Like, what do you want from me? You guys, these are so fun,
guys.
Yeah, I like this part because we haven't been able to go to a convention in a very long time. And so these feel like mini conventions. So thank you guys for coming into the VIP room with us.
I also feel like, I don't know if you guys are having this experience, but we've obviously done Q&As at conventions with fans, but this is the first time we're able to do Q&As with you guys while we are watching the show.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like even more fun. I love it. So thanks.
Yeah, what a blast. Bye, guys.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks for listening.
Don't forget to leave us a review. You can also follow us on Instagram at DramaQueensOTH.
Or email us at dramaqueens@iHeartRadio.com.
See you next time. We're all about that high school drama girl, all about them high school queens. We'll take you for a ride in our comic girl, cheering for the right team. Drama queen.